Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello learners, I am Dr. Rekha Sharma, Professor, UGC Human Resource Development Center, Rashtrasanta Tukaroji Maharaj Nagpur University, Nagpur. In this video we shall study basic concepts of food and nutrition. Food is a basic need for all living beings. Just as we cannot live without water and air, we cannot live without food. Food gives us energy to carry out our day-to-day activities and keeps all the systems in our body functioning well. Man needs adequate food for growth, development, and to lead an active and healthy life. The quality of human life depends on the type of food that one eats, its quantity and quality. The study of food science and nutrition enables us to understand the importance of food in life. While studying this subject, you will come across with few terms very often. In this unit, we shall study some basic terms like food, nutrition, nutrients, health, balanced diet, nutritional requirements, recommended dietary allowances, malnutrition, nutritional status, and functions of food. Now let us see what are the objectives of this unit. After studying this unit, the learners will be able to define basic terms in nutrition, explain the relationship between food, nutrition and health, and state functions of food. Now let us begin with what is food. Food can be defined as anything solid or liquid which, when swallowed, digested and assimilated in the body, keeps one in good health. Like air and water, food is also basic to our existence. Nutrients. The foods that we consume are composed of varying quantities of the nutritionally important components called nutrients. Nutrients are the constituent in food that must be supplied to the body in suitable amounts. These include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. Apart from these, fiber is also considered as one of the nutrients. These nutrients are classified into two groups according to the amount required. They are macronutrients and micronutrients. Now let us study what are these micronutrients and macronutrients. Macronutrients, they are required in large amounts in grams. Carbohydrates, proteins and fats are the examples of macronutrients. Most of the weight of food we eat is that of carbohydrates, proteins, fats and water. They contribute to the bulk energy needed for the metabolic activities. Cereals, legumes, meat, fish, roots and tubers, nuts, oilseeds are rich in macronutrients. Now micronutrients. They are required in small amounts, in milligrams or in micrograms. Vitamins and minerals are the examples. Vitamins and minerals are required in minute amounts and are also present in food in very small quantities. Micronutrients assist in various functions of metabolic activities of body, growth and disease prevention. Fruits, vegetables, germinated and fermented foods are rich in micronutrients. Now, definition of nutrition. Nutrition is the science of foods, nutrients, and other substances, therein, their action, interaction, and balance in relationship to health and disease. It can be defined as the process by which the organism ingests, digests, absorbs, transports and utilizes nutrients and disposes of their end products. In addition, nutrition is concerned with social, economical, cultural, and psychological implications of food and eating. In short, nutritional science or science of nutrition is the area of knowledge regarding the role of food, that is dietary inputs, in maintenance of health. Good nutrition is the foundation for good health. Now let us see what is definition of health. Health is defined by the World Health Organization as the state of complete physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being and not merely the absence of disease and infirmity. Now let us come down to essential requisites or dimensions of health. The essential requisites or dimensions of health include the following. First, achievement of optimal growth and development, reflecting the full expression of one's genetic potential. Growth is defined in terms of physical features such as height and weight, while development includes all aspects of physical and mental development. Second, maintenance of the structural integrity and functional efficiency of body tissues necessary for an active and productive life. Examples include moist, bright, sparkling eyes for good vision, smooth and soft skin that will prevent the entry of infections through the body surfaces, and similarly maintaining the integrity of internal organs like gastrointestinal tract and the liver for proper digestion and assimilation of foods and removal of toxic waste products. Third, ability to perform mental tasks efficiently and mental well-being. Fourth, ability to withstand the inevitable process of aging with minimal disability and functional impairment. Good nutrition is essential for children to develop cognitive skills, learn school-oriented tasks well, and perform optimally and stay on in school. Similarly, good nutrition is important in sustaining attention and memory in adults as well. Fifth is ability to combat diseases such as A. Resisting infections, that is immunocompetence, B. Preventing the onset and retarding the progress of degenerative diseases such as cancer, and C. Resisting the effect of environmental toxins and pollutants. To maintain positive health, it is essential that we combine and consume a variety of foods in such a way that the nutrients needs for all the functions are fulfilled. Nutrients perform specific functions in the body. Therefore, correct choice of food plays a crucial role in maintenance of good health. Good health not only implies freedom from diseases but also physical, mental and emotional fitness. Now a very important term, that is balanced diet. Now a balanced diet is one which contains different types of food in such quantities and proportions so that the need for calories, proteins, fats, minerals, and vitamins is adequately met, and a small provision is made for extra nutrients to withstand short duration of leanness. Deficiency of any nutrient affects health of an individual. So food has not only nutrients but also nutraceuticals which prevent degenerative diseases. Now what are nutritional requirements? Nutritional requirements are defined as intake levels of nutrients that meet specified criteria of adequacy such as normal growth, prevention of deficiency signs, and maintenance of tissue pools of nutrients, and at the same time preventing the risk of deficiency or excess. Now, what are the determinants of nutrient requirements? First is age. Requirements change with increasing age between birth and maturity. Nutrient requirements per unit body weight are higher during growth and they decrease after growth has ceased. Second is sex. There are some differences in requirements between the two sexes. However, except for iron, these are apparent rather than real, as the differences disappear when the requirements are expressed per unit of body weight. In case of iron, the requirements of females are more than that of males due to menstrual losses of blood in women. Third is body weight. Requirements are considered to be a function of body weight for individuals who are not overweight. However, for some nutrients, requirements are not proportional to body weight. The general procedure for those who deviate from the normal weight is to adjust the requirements of their actual body weights. For overweight and obese individuals, lean body weight may be used instead of total body weight. Related to the concept of requirements being a function of body weight is the concept of defining a reference man and a woman, which we will study in the next topic. Fourth is individual variability of requirements. Nutritional requirements, like many other biological characteristics, vary for different individuals, arising due to inherent differences between individuals. Two adult men with the same body weight can have different requirements for energy and other nutrients. So with this, we have studied determinants of nutrient requirements. Next is recommended dietary allowances. The recommended dietary allowances are defined as the daily dietary intake level that is sufficient to meet the nutrient requirements of nearly all healthy individuals in a particular life stage and gender group. The RDA, that is recommended dietary allowances, is intended for use primarily as a goal for usual intakes. Now let us come down to malnutrition. Now malnutrition is a pathological state resulting from relative or absolute deficiency or excess of one or more nutrients. It comprises four forms. Forms of malnutrition. First is undernutrition. Undernutrition is the condition which results when insufficient food is eaten over an extended period of time. There is decreased physical and mental development and low immunity. Second is overnutrition. Overnutrition is the pathological state resulting from the consumption of excessive quantity of food over an extended period of time. This can result in obesity and metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome we shall be studying in the later units. Third is imbalance. Imbalance is the pathological state resulting from a disproportion among essential nutrients with or without the absolute deficiency of any nutrients. Fourth is specific deficiency. Specific deficiency is the pathological state resulting from a relative or absolute lack of an individual nutrient. Now let us study the relationship between food, nutrition and health. Health is related to the food consumed. Nutrition is the focal point for health and well-being. To maintain good health, ingesting a diet containing the nutrients in correct amount is essential. Adequate food of the right type is the foremost necessity for achieving good health. A healthy diet should contain all the required nutrients and sufficient calories to balance energy expenditure and provide for growth and maintenance throughout the life cycle. Each stage of life cycle has specific nutrient needs. Now let us study what are these needs. Throughout infancy, childhood and adolescence, nutrients are required to meet the growth processes as well as cognitive function. During pregnancy, nutrients are required for both mother and developing infant needs. Adult nutrition focuses on tissue maintenance, nutrient and energy needs and disease prevention. The nutritional needs of elderly must be met to minimize certain disease states and assure the quality of life. The frontiers of nutrition sciences had been limited to dimensions of health related to growth and development of body tissues during infancy and childhood and to their maintenance and repair during adulthood. But now it has extended to other aspects of health such as immunocompetence, aging, mental well-being and prevention and retardation of degenerative diseases and cancer. Now let us study nutritional status. The nutritional status of an individual is defined as the condition of health as influenced by the utilization of nutrients in the body. The nutritional status of an individual or a community can be assessed by surveying the kind and amount of food being consumed, signs of ill health or deficiency symptoms if present, height, weight and other measurements, as well as level of nutrients in the blood and excreted in the urine. Good nutrition and health are closely interlinked. Clean, wholesome and nutritious food promotes health and keeps away diseases. Now let us come down to the most important part of this unit, that is functions of food. Food nourishes our body and keeps it healthy. Food performs several functions, hence it is much more than a substance supplying nutrient for health. It is a sum of man's culture and tradition, a means of communication, status, pleasure and relief from stress. There are three functions of food: physiological functions, psychological functions and socio-cultural functions. Now let us study the first function of food, that is physiological functions. First function is to provide energy. Second is to promote growth. Third is to maintain and repair body tissues. Fourth is to protect from diseases. Fifth is to regulate specific functions. Now let us study these functions in detail. Now first is to provide energy. The body needs energy to carry out voluntary and involuntary activities. Now involuntary work includes all processes which are not under the control of our will, such as digestion, respiration and circulation. Voluntary activities are activities which are under our control, such as walking, playing games and working. These require energy, and the amount of energy required will depend on the nature of activity. The energy needed for these activities is supplied by oxidation of nutrients like carbohydrates and fats. Now second is to promote growth. Food rich in proteins are called bodybuilding foods. Growth of body right from birth to adulthood is due to consumption of protein rich foods along with other nutrients required for growth. During pregnancy and lactation, the foods rich in proteins are required for proper growth of fetus and neonate. Third is to maintain and repair body tissues. In adult body, worn out cells are continuously being replaced by new ones. The daily wear and tear needs to be maintained. Proteins, minerals and water are the main nutrients required for growth as well as maintenance of all cells and tissues in the body. Fourth is to protect from diseases. Foods are essential for safeguarding the body against disease. These functions are performed by vitamins and proteins. Vitamins play a vital role in regulating body processes like growth, eyesight, health of the skin, formation of proper teeth, and good digestion. They also protect the general health of individual. Minerals control some of the physiological processes of the body. The absence of iodine, for example, can lead to a disease of the thyroid gland called goiter. Nutrients keep body cells in a healthy condition to ward off infection and help the body recover rapidly from any infection. They help in building up the body's resistance to disease. Fifth is to regulate specific function. Food also regulates numerous activities in the body, such as beating of heart, maintenance of body temperature, clotting of blood, and excretion of wastes. Each of these processes is controlled and carried out by specific nutrients. For example, vitamin K and calcium are necessary for clotting of blood. Regulatory foods are needed for the normal working of the body. Important functions like maintaining the heartbeat, water balance, temperature are performed by foods rich in proteins, vitamins, minerals and water. We have studied the first function of food, that is physiological functions. Let us now study psychological functions of food. Now, psychological functions. Food is often used as a tool to express one's feeling. At home, mother shows her love and affection by preparing favorite dishes of her children and husband. It gives them a sense of security. A child readily accepts food eaten by his friends or people whom he admires. It is a well-known fact that eating provides an outlet for the stresses and strains of life. For some people, loneliness and boredom are relieved by continuous munching of food. Tension of examination in some children leads to overeating or very less intake of food. Food must also satisfy our emotional needs, which include a sense of security, love, and attention. Familiar foods, familiar food items makes us feel secure. A baby gets emotional security while being breastfed. Anticipating food needs and fulfilling them are expressions of love, care, and attention. Similarly, sharing of food is a token of friendship and acceptance. Now we have seen physiological functions, psychological functions. We'll study the third function, socio-cultural functions. Food has always been a central part of our social existence. It helps to relax and create a friendly mood. People take special care in planning and cooking food for social occasions, so food promotes a sense of community. Food is a symbol of hospitality and friendship throughout the world. We express our hospitality to a guest through an offer of food or a drink. Offering a cup of coffee or tea is a symbol of friendship. In times of disaster or sorrow, food is offered to affected persons. In schools, colleges, or even in offices, people share their tiffins amongst groups as a token of friendship and affection. In a country like India, many festivals are celebrated throughout the country. In celebration of all festivals, food is a center of attraction. Not only in festivals but also in joyous occasions like marriages, birthdays, serving of food becomes an integral part of the celebration. Food plays an important role during social meetings, both formal and informal. At such gatherings, food serves as an instrument for developing social relationships. While the menu plays an important role, the nutritive value of the food is not often given much importance. Food is a significant part of celebrations for occasions such as birthdays, weddings, and other joyous occasions. Festivals such as Diwali, Dashera, Christmas, and Eid have special menus prescribed for the occasions. Food also has religious significance. Some foods can be offered to God, while others are avoided on certain days for religious reasons. The type of food prepared and served is a status symbol. Even today, in some communities, adult males are given more and better quality food than females because of their higher social status. Now, factors affecting food intake. First is geographical factors. It is always advisable to eat food which is grown in that area as it is easily available, has highest nutrient content, available at cheaper rate, easy to digest in that condition, it is full of flavor, local growers can assure about the quality of food, it is safer food, supports the local economy. Second is economical factor. Economical factor is one of the most important factors when we select the food. The socioeconomic status of a person affects their choices of food. It is a matter of concern for the groups like low income families, students, and the elderly retired persons. High income group people can spend more on food, can have lavish food every day, and a greater number of dishes while celebrating functions. Third is religious factors. Religion plays a major role while choosing food. Some foods are avoided, like pork by Muslims and beef by Hindus. Like certain foods are avoided at certain times, like usual food is not eaten on fasting days, only fruits are allowed to eat. Fourth is social factor. While selecting food, social factor plays a major role. Certain type of food is cooked on certain occasions as that is expected on that occasion. Like few sweets in marriages, cake on birthdays, kheer on death anniversary, etc. Now let us summarize. Food is our basic need which we cannot live without. There are 6 groups of nutrients present in food, namely carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, and water. Food gives us energy, builds and maintains our body, and regulates the innumerable functions which take place in our body. Apart from the physiological functions, food adds pleasure to our life and helps fulfill our emotional and social needs. Nutrition does not only mean consuming a balanced diet, but it is also concerned with the digestion, absorption, and metabolism of various nutrients. The nutrients we consume should be utilized by the body, and it is reflected in our nutritional status. How much of each nutrient should be consumed every day varies from person to person. The RDA table, that is recommended dietary allowances table, gives allowances that are adequate for almost everyone in a particular age group. With this, we have studied Unit 1, Basic Concepts in Food and Nutrition, Part 1. After this, we shall study energy and basal metabolic rate in Part 2 of this unit. Thank you.